Hey, how's it going, YouTube fans? It's your boy Brock Tactical. Tonight, I'm making a video, on, Nunchaku, which is, basically nunchucks, just pronounced correctly. Um, so, I'm not really trying to, turn this into, a 20-minute video, you know. I just want to show a couple moves, you know. So, I'm gonna do my warm up real quick, get in my knees, get my stance. If you've done iron body, none of this should bother you. A lot of you don't even know what that is, even though I did put it on my YouTube channel and tried to show you. Next arm. Okay. So, I'd say we're warmed up now. I'm not showing off. I just constantly got to be moving. So while I'm talking, either with my hands or, in this case, with the Nunchaku. So basically, here's the deal. That's the sweet spot. This isn't long enough unless, you're gonna make a strike, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes an outreach weapon. But within itself, this is not a long chain. And so yeah, but so here's a move, very deadly move. This will take. There's a reason these are illegal and you can't walk around the street with these in America. So same with brass knuckles. At least in Indiana, I know you're not supposed to. If you get caught with brass knuckles, if they wanted to, they could lock you up. And if you got caught with these and you don't have proof that you're coming from a martial arts school, they could lock you up. If you got into a fight with these on the street here, especially, well, I should say Indiana, and you got in a fight with these in Indiana, even if you lost the fight, you would still be locked up for using this as a weapon. So, whether your opponent's facing you forward, whether you're sneaking up behind your opponent, which so let's say your opponent's facing towards you, and this is what you have. You don't have this. Let's pretend this doesn't exist at the moment. So you just swing that around his neck, lock it, and I'm telling you, that force alone, I'm telling you, even on the biggest man, once you lock that in around their neck like that and start twisting, oh, they're trust me, I know, because I'll show you in a second. I've done it to myself before to see how it feels, and I've already had it done to me before, which is how I learned the move, and it hurts like hell. So if this was from, like I showed you, from the front, and you have them like that, you would then kick the knee in, and break their knee, and if you didn't want to kill them, you would let go, and, go ahead, boom, and make a down forward strike, or come down and boom, with the sweet spot, which you're gonna have to definitely, if you're gonna, once they're on the ground, if you're gonna wanna, hit them with the sweet spot, you're gonna have to kneel down, to hit them with that. So, it's all about timing, and it's all about, the sweet spot, which is basically that perfect space, the perfect, the perfect space, the perfect, how can I say this? The perfect, way away, the perfect, distance. Yeah, there you go. Best way of putting it. Tired as hell. But yeah, so basically, if you wanted to come down after, wrap that around his neck, immediately locked it, and he's in front of you, kicking his knee, he's going down no matter what. But yeah, that knee will be broke, if you know what you're doing. And then if you don't want to kill him, like I said, let go, follow with a downward strike, and then come down. I'm not going to go back all the way down again, but come down and get that sweet spot. You could choose to pop him here, you could choose to pop him here, you could choose to pop him here. More than most likely, here is where I would hit, or here for sure. So, as I, warm up in my stance, I'm gonna do this back and forth. For those that know, I said it in my video, but if you've been through Iron Body, this shouldn't bother you. Nothing really should bother you. So then you get your other stance bent. So there's that. And also you can use this, as a ruse. You can fake like you're gonna hit him in the face and come down and sweep him off his foot, and then come down, boom, with a, strike to the face, or pretty much, the face, or, wherever you feel you want to strike that person or individual at. Also, and I told you I was going to demonstrate it. So when I throw that around that person's neck and lock, this is what you're getting. That's already hurting. That's already cutting off my circulation, literally. And picture me, and then you see my, yeah, that's gonna crush your trachea. If they want to fight that, they're gonna break their own trachea. So it's no joke. That's a death move with these. That's a death move. For a fact, no doubt about it. I was shown and trained in that move, and I'm telling you, yeah, I just showed you, because I wanted to let you guys get the reality of what that move is going to do. When I put the pressure on me, I'm not going to put any pressure now, but when I put the pressure on me and started turning and tried to, you know, and I was trying to resist, which most people would, and not try and you know, they wouldn't want to, you know, most people are going to try to resist, so they're going to wind up bending this way because you're crossing it this way, so they're automatically going to try to get out of it this way. You know, it makes sense to go against the opposite, you know, that's just going to make it worse on them. So, what I'm saying is, once you've thrown that around their neck and locked that, it's done. It's over. That individual is finished. So they're done. You just crushed a trachea. Seriously. It all depends on how much pressure you want to apply to control them. But that move is specifically designed to snatch a life. So, just letting you know that. And, like I said, I didn't want to go too much into the Nunchaku tonight, so I wanted to keep it, you know, just simple and show you, you know, a move. I wound up showing you another move. But yeah, so that's that with the Nunchaku. They're fun to play with, but it's not a toy. And if you don't know what you're doing, you will hurt yourself. Also, we have the trusty old gun. Lock back, it's clear. Look, feel, good to go. In case you guys didn't see that, look, feel, look again, we're good to go. I just cleaned this, so mag's out, nothing to worry about, so people don't, you know, BITCH. I love, like, buddy of mine, I actually was talking to my cousin, and we were having a discussion about, well, not my cousin that taught me how to shoot, but basically I call him my cousin from my ninjutsu school because, you know, we're like this. You know, he taught me a lot of gun techniques too. You know, he was a Marine, and you know, in special units as well. So he once you got to the black belt level, then he started teaching, you know, teaching people about firearms once you got to the black belt level, if you wanted to be involved in that. And I'm sorry, but it looks like this is going to turn into like a 20-minute video. So we were talking, and he's like, what do you do if you don't have a gun and you're dealing with someone like me that knows what they're doing, and, you know, I'm coming out of, you know, we're close, you know, and we're about to get into it, and I realize, you know, you got a weapon, but it's not a gun, but you got a weapon that could definitely kill me. And then, you know, I press you back and draw out and, you know, create that distance, you know, or, you know, just start stepping back and draw out, you know, and now we're about, you know, 3-4 feet apart, you know, what would you do? I said, well, that's a hard scenario. I mean, we went over several, any other light charge. Man, I just love how it glows. I mean, they have a new one with the laser, but hey, whatever. I don't use lasers. I use my irons. But we were discussing that, and I said, the end result was that I would hurry up and throw my hands up, because when you're talking to someone that has a gun on you, you have to remember one thing. They might have their finger on that trigger, but they're not. They're they're not. They're listening to you. So if they're listening to you, even though they got it pointed at you, you have an advantage there. So keep talking. Well, don't keep talking, just hurry up. So I said, I would just, he was like, I see the knife around your neck, and then I hurry up, back up, and say, hey. And he's like, the end result was, what would you do? And I said, I'd be like, my hands are up, like, and then take my knife out, and so basically, we'll do this real slow. He has the gun holstered. We're gonna pretend it's holstered. We already cleared it. He sees I have a knife on my neck. I'm a threat to him. He pushes me back, draws out. Hey, get your hands up. Get your hands up. So now, what I do is, okay, my hands are up, and then close that distance and make sure I stick them, but go to the side and stick them and quickly, and you do that at the same time you're talking. Because while you're talking, that person, for a split second, the mind is not focused on pulling the trigger. When someone's speaking to you, unless you're just fully determined to kill that person outright, the mind automatically is listening. So, okay, I put my hands up. Boom, 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 boom. And that was like, basically our best scenario that we came up with. As far as, whether you had a knife, whether you had whatever the hell you had, so I just wanted to, show you guys some techniques, talk about some different techniques. Also, people love to, box, and, people love to grab and, wrestle, and, you got stuff like that, that's how people are that aren't trained. They like to, I love the ones that that want to come out and knife fight. I tell them every time, it would be your worst nightmare to knife fight with me. Your worst nightmare. I'm quick, I'm fast, I train every day, I've been trained, I've spent 16 years devoting my life to this, so, and you'll know if someone else is, another trained knife fighter isn't going to come in another trained knife fighter, or another trained person. When someone is trained. You can just tell, you get that aura, people, we pick up on that aura, but, on each other. Just like, John Lovell, with, being able to pick up, like, hey, shooter, okay, good guy, good guy, same thing as far as being trained, when you're, walking around and stuff, and, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, that confidence isn't there for no reason. That confidence is there because you have put half your lifetime, well, me anyway, into learning everything that I possibly can from Udon Mountain Tai Chi training, which is where I did my iron body, and I still do. I still do my iron body. You know, uh, off and on. You know, just to keep conditioned. You know. So after iron body, I'm not gonna get into all that. You know, that's not stuff for you guys. I mean, if you want to know about what your first, but I'm just gonna tell you because I'm not a DICK. Your first test after iron body is you got to break your first brick. Not a board, brick. So, and after you go through iron body, you know, breaking one brick is not that big a deal. Notice I said one. I didn't say 5, 6, 7, you know, or 3 and all. I said one. So after iron body, you will be able to break one brick without a problem. You will know how to break it correctly. You're not gonna break it with your fist. You're not gonna break it with your elbow. You know, you're gonna come with that palm, and they're gonna have it set up, you know, to, you know, level, because they don't want you, whatever, you know, they want you to break the brick, so they don't want you, you know, saying, oh, I was off balance and this and that because I had to go down. No, they have it level, you know, right. You know, he had it level right. My Shifu had it level, you know, right here, and you know, I came and rose up and whew, you know, and boom, just with this part of your hand, snapped it, cracked it right in half. So, there's a lot of different ways to break bricks. I mean, there's people that, you know, break them with their elbows, you know, I mean, there's people that break them with their fist, you know, I mean, so, I mean, there's different ways. There's people that break them, you know, with their feet, you know, so, I mean, I love board breaking. Oh, I love board breaking. Board breaking is so, I love it. Just like I love knife throwing. If I was outside, too bad this isn't a house and I don't have a man cave, because I'd be like, boom, just like you heard in the videos, you know, with the knife sticking, you know, into the tree. You heard that thud. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, the gun is still not, we never, you know, put around in the chamber. We safety checked it. We're not hot, but still notice, my finger's not here, it's not here, it's here. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a good night. You be safe. It's your boy Brock Tactical. I'm out. Have a good evening, and I look forward to the next one.